Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Ludi here and discuss my thoughts and opinion on Halloween 3, Season of the Witch. So if you watch my 1978 Halloween review, I did say in the beginning that this is not the first time I've seen these movies. I wasn't very specific. I've seen most of these movies. The only one I have not seen is Halloween 3. How do I feel about Halloween 3, the Season of the Witch? It's not very good. There's like a lot of decisions that were so dumb, it was too big to ignore for me. I've seen way worse writing than what I've seen in Season of the Witch. When it comes to like making a sequel for like a trilogy or like a franchise, I don't mind the recasting. I really don't, as long as it's well done. The recasting, a different story. I kind of have a problem when they call this the third Halloween film when there's no Michael Myers. He started the franchise in the first place. Don't know if they were going for, hey, you know, instead of Michael Myers, let's make different Halloween stories, kind of like American Horror Story. Of course, that idea did not exist at the time. If they didn't bring back Michael in the fourth and overall, probably would have been a different story. Probably would have been good, who knows. Why would you call it Halloween 3 Season of the Witch? You already have a title at the bottom. Why don't you just call it Season of the Witch? It's a pretty good title. It could have been its own movie. There were references to the first movie. It didn't make it any better. You guys acknowledge that there's a first movie, so why would you take away Michael Myers and bring us a title that feels a bit misleading, the fact that there's no witch? Even for the reason behind what the bad guys are doing, everything before then, after then, was dumb. So there's this dude in the middle of the night running away from these agent-looking guys from the Matrix. One thing I noticed about the agents is how robotic they are. He gets attacked by one of them. He's just getting strangled on the ground. And this dude like pulls this concrete that was holding the car up. He got this car rolling down towards this agent. The agent looks over. He just stares at it, waiting to get rammed into it. Why didn't he move? Like, what the fuck? Clearly, this guy is not human. I didn't even know if it was a writer's intention for us to figure out in the beginning that they're not human. And if it wasn't his intention, that is not good. And this isn't the first time that the agents act like this. I'm gonna get into huge spoilers. The agents are cyborgs. Start from there. They could at least act human, just give us a little plot twist at the very end of the film. Once it gets to that twist, you saw it in the beginning of the movie. There's no surprise that they're cyborgs. Once the man survived the strangling, he ends up at this hospital. He was all knocked out. In the other room, there's this commercial that comes on. It's this silver shamrock Halloween thing that keeps playing. And he like gets up and like starts freaking out. I was like, oh god, they start coming for us. Oh my god, they're gonna kill us all. What was it about that song or what was it about the commercial that terrified him? I want to know. I'm actually pretty excited to know. I'm curious. And I kind of regret wanting to know, but holy shit, this song would not stop playing. Probably one of the most annoying songs I've ever heard in my life. Every single time a TV appears on screen, it changes to that channel or the commercial comes on and it plays the fucking song. You just gotta listen to yourself.
Happy, happy Halloween, Halloween, Halloween. Happy, happy Halloween, Silver Shamrock. Happy, happy Halloween, Halloween, Halloween. Happy, happy Halloween, Silver Shamrock.
It's almost time, kids. The clock is ticking. Be in front of your TV sets for the Horror-thon. And remember the big giveaway at 9. Don't miss it. And don't forget to wear your masks. The clock is ticking. It's almost time.
Happy, happy Halloween, Halloween, Halloween. Happy, happy Halloween, Silver Shamrock.
Yeah, that's what plays most of the movie, and it does a countdown. You hear it from the beginning through the end. It was driving me insane. Is the 1 hour subtext really necessary? Like, we could have just guessed it, you know, it's been like a while since the incident. I'm just saying. And the guy was on the bed, still holding on to the mask he had in his pocket. He's in a hospital. Don't you think the first thing they would do is like take everything out of his hand for his safety or for the others? I'm no doctor, but I'm just thinking that's like one of the smartest things to do. Oh yeah, they don't explain it 20 minutes after that scene. And I'm going back to the Silver Shamrock commercial because it still drives me up the wall. Here's like the weirdest thing about this commercial. Kids are obsessed with it. They go up to the TV and change to that channel, but there's nothing to show. It's not a season premiere of any show. All it shows is a floating mask and a head just bopping back and forth and singing
Happy, happy Halloween, Halloween, Halloween. Happy, happy Halloween.
Halloween, Halloween. Like, how many days are left to Halloween? It's a countdown. How did kids even get hooked up to this? Aren't parents like a little concerned of them being obsessed with this commercial? Don't the kids ever wonder, like, how do they get brainwashed into this? I want to know. I want to know. I thought was what was also so funny, the most obvious thing that tells that this guy is not human. He just walks into the patient's room. He kills him in one of the most brutal ways as possible. The doctor chases after him. The agent goes in his car. He pours on himself with gasoline, lights it up, and then the car just explodes. He could have just drove off. You could have used a person to pour water on and not a mannequin, but okay. Hours later, this girl, Ellie, I guess she's the daughter, needs to, confirm that the dead man's body is her father. God, of course, we have to bring the daughter into the mix. The doctor sees this girl again at the bar. Actually, the girl finds him because he's a doctor. She in some way knows what bar he goes to. So the doctor, he's divorced, and his kids are staying at his ex-wife's place. He is currently flirting with one of his co-workers back at the lab. And this girl, Ellie, he just met a few days ago. She wants to get into finding out what her father found out that got him killed. And so Daniel just drops everything, takes 6 cases of beers, tells his wife he will not be able to make it because of work, and he drives out to Santa Mira with her. What a great dad. Why is everyone in Santa Mira so suspicious? Every single person, they drive into this small town, every single person just watching the car drive by. And everyone in this town's like all happy-go-lucky. There's this guy named Connell Cochran. Everyone's just a huge ass kiss to. No matter how bad things go down. Oh, Cochran will save you. Cochran's like a good man. He makes the world for what it is. Cochran's a cool dude, man. Oh my god, like, what is wrong with everyone in this town? As soon as Daniel gets a hotel room, I couldn't fucking believe it. He immediately starts sleeping with Ellie. He's a cheating son of a bitch. So they follow the breadcrumbs into this factory that Cochran owns called the Silver Shamrock, the factory that keeps playing that fucking commercial.
Happy, happy Halloween, Halloween, Halloween. Happy, happy Halloween, Silver Shamrock.
And the look on Cochran's face, you cannot deny that this guy is a psychopath. It's already spoiled in the trailer, but really? They find enough evidence that shows that these people are involved with the murder of Ellie's father. They says, fuck it, we're gonna go tell the police. As Daniel goes out to use a phone, he leaves Ellie in the hotel room with the door wide open. Oh, do you really want to play that game? Are you trying to get her and yourself killed, dude? What is wrong with you? And of course she gets kidnapped. The agents catch Daniel. Cochran forces him to watch the demonstration of exactly what their plan is. And it's actually surprisingly cool. It's like really cool. There's like this little coin that's attached to the back of these masks that they're making that all the kids are like super obsessed about. Once the countdown reaches to 0, Shamrock commercial countdown reaches to 0, it tells the kid to just stare at the screen, just stare at this pumpkin, the one in the opening intro, and just watch, as if they're not brainwashed already. As soon as the commercial's been on long enough, there's something that triggers in the back of the mask that shoots something into their skull. Reptiles, insects coming out of their mouths and back. It's like, oh god, it's disgusting. I actually thought that was pretty cool. So that's pretty much the plan on Halloween night, and like hopefully that enough kids, like most people in the country and the world, would buy these masks, and hopefully they'll recycle the sacrifice that witchcraft brought together. That's actually pretty damn smart, witchcraft-wise. Of course he finds his way to stop everything, to kill everyone, and then go out and try and stop the chaos before the countdown reaches to 0. I'll just skip all the way to them escaping. He and Ellie escapes. Ever since he saved Ellie, she didn't say a word, I noticed. And I was like, wait, no, she's not. Spoiler alert again, Ellie is a cyborg. Stupid. First of all, how do Cochran, who the fuck is he? Where did he get all this equipment to get all these cyborgs? Where do these cyborgs even come from? They didn't explain that. What does witchcraft have anything to do with these cyborgs? Why is Ellie If she's a cyborg, how is she different from all the other cyborgs? How is she emotional and the other ones are motionless? The other ones are soulless. She acted like a human being. Why didn't the other agents act this way? It's fucking stupid. The reveal of Ellie being a cyborg, the entire sequence was atrocious.
Ellie, you alright?
And here's another thing, if Ellie was a cyborg this entire time, why would she go through all this trouble traveling to Santa Mara with Daniel to like pick up clues of exactly what got her father killed, supposed father, go through all of this trouble when she could have killed him in the beginning? What's the point of that? I'm just gonna jump into the verdict. I'm gonna give this movie a 3 out of 10. But thank you so much for watching. If you liked this video, go ahead and click the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and go ahead and click the bell so you get notifications every video I upload, and I will see you every time I see you.
Happy, happy Halloween, Halloween, Halloween. Happy, happy Halloween, Silver Shamrock. Happy, happy